Good morning, Twitch. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Oh, good morning, Turk. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to chat. Good morning, Rumble. Glad to see you here. YouTube, glad to see you. And Kit, glad to see everybody in here. So let's go over a few things. I've been busy. So it says this is a large greenhouse, glass greenhouse, but it's no glass. But anyways, I did this for fruit and fruit only. As I couldn't remember which one I needed, so I thought, you know what? We'll put in these fruit orchards and these fruit greenhouses because I found a factory mod that I wanted to get because it makes Fanta soda, and I thought that'd be cool. But you had to have fruit for it, so I figured that, you know, I'd get busy on that. Only problem is though is that I think they're going to come out on pallets, and if they come out on pallets, because none of this stuff will go in the logistics center, I've got to find some place to store these pallets that will either A, help us distribute, or that we can just deliver from. So I don't even know what we have out there that will hold pallets right now, besides the logistics warehouse. But I mean, it's not going to take any of this stuff. We need a big warehouse for it that'll distribute. I don't know of one, not yet at least. I mean, there's 70 pieces. So there's silos, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that we should be able to take these pallets to the silos, and they should unload into the silo, and then we can in turn put it into a trailer. But I was honestly, this one holds 250 pallets, but that's not very much either. I haven't seen a very good mod yet for pallets. Oh, well, no, I forgot about this. I did forget about this guy. This guy holds 800 pallets. So we could technically put this in for that. But as far as everything else goes, I found a couple of mods that I wanted to show you. A couple of these, this is a Lizard MKS8 mod. And let me just show you how much. So that's 16 million liters of water I put in here, because this is 8 million liters. That is by far the largest amount of liters on a tanker that I have seen ever in either one of these games. I'm not saying it didn't exist, I just never found it. I think the largest I found was that 2 million liter tanker on 22 that came with that modern, was it the flour mill or the sugar mill? I can't remember. I think it was the flour mill. A couple of other things I'll show you real quick. Let me get him out of here. All right, let's get him over here. We're going to get him washed up real quick here. I don't usually use this one too often, but I thought I'd check it out. Goes about 74 miles an hour and got 6 tires. Pretty slick. Now that will repair my tractor, but I actually have to get off and repair I have to repair that by hand. I don't know why it doesn't pick it up. Alright, so what I've been doing was I've been buying and buying and buying and selling and selling and selling. So far I kept it all purple. So this is our wheat. This was barley. This is oats. And now I haven't decided 100%, but I was thinking that we put our pig farms here and here, and then this would all be corn. Because for pigs, we're going to need all kinds of food. I mean, it takes corn, potatoes. I've got a pig food maker in here someplace. There it is. All right, so the first one takes potatoes, which we don't have any potatoes. They both take potatoes, so we're going to have to figure out a way to get potatoes. I'll have to start planting some potatoes. But it takes like canola, wheat, corn, sorghum, barley, soybeans. Chances are I'm going to have to buy a little bit at first if we want to go ahead and get the pigs going, but I'd rather not. So we're going to have to do some big old potato fields, I guess. Now, I did find a greenhouse that does potatoes, but you have to have the pallet and pallet box factory mod, and that's just a giant pain. There's not a lot of logging to do on this map to keep up with that, so if you have it on distribute, I don't know why you would need the pallets. So I kind of wish they would change that, that if, as long as it's on distribute, you don't need pallet or pallet boxes. I mean, that's just my opinion. So this is what I was thinking, is that just these 3 fields would be for all of our pigs. I've got 2 in here. I was hoping to get 4. I think I can get 4. Now these pigs, we'll go down to it. There it is right there. So it's 2,000 pigs per pigsty. But what I did was, you can build your own fence, and you can also plant your own meadow. It's going to take a second to get there. I am running, believe it or not. I need to get that light speed flashlight. Let's get in here. And I'll show you. So 2,000 is what it is base. Once you build your own, now you don't have to. You can leave it at the size it comes, but I didn't. And this one's at 2539, so it'll hold 2,539 pigs. And this other one's like 24 and change. 24.91, so not too far off. I probably could have put the fence out a little bit wider, but I mean, I'm okay with it. It's fine. I'm assuming this is where you get your slurry. And it also takes straw. So on top of the food, you got to have straw. At least there's no water. I remember on 22, a lot of them, like especially the sheep, took water. I'm just curious. I've never had pigs, so I don't know where you drop off the food. I assume it's here. Yeah, I assume this is where you drop off the food. Not much to it, really. I mean, you can walk in here, but there's not much to the pigsty. So you could say that we're at, 5,000 pigs, a little over. I'll just round it off and say 5,000 pigs once we get to it. And I'll be honest, I don't even know where the animal distributor is on this map. I'll have to find it. Generally, I will just buy them here. But there was a trailer mod for animals. Let me find it here. If anybody wants to remember, if you can't remember what map we're on, that's the map we're on right there, Huron County, Michigan. I may not have put it in here. What is this? See, there it is, 8 million liters. Oh, wait, that one's 10. This is 10 million liters. No, it's only a million. My bad. Nope. But this one's definitely 8 million. I don't see the animal one that I downloaded. I downloaded them all. Here it is, right here. Look. So it'll hold 1,500 pigs, 1,500 sheep, And I'm assuming that's cows. 750 cows. I mean, that is a dump load of animals. So, there is that. So we could definitely do that. That wouldn't be too bad. You know, if I'm getting 750 at a time, I could do 1,400, and then let the rest grow, grow up, or, breed or whatever. I would do that for sure. But we got to get some more things going. We don't have enough land yet. We don't have enough, hell, we haven't even harvested our own crops yet. Check this out. You guys are going to like this. I thought this was pretty funny. There's an alien inside. So, because I don't get a lot done with kick, I also got some other things I'll show you here. Just for kick. Let's find it. Here we go. Right here. Nice little sign. And I think this one just has a K on it. Thought that was kind of funny. It's just there for, shits and giggles. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Hang on a second, people. Already got to take somebody to the train station. Gotta figure it out. Let's see. Well, it comes up and says that you're a possible band evader, so I can't get it to go. So anyways, that's where we're at now. I'm waiting to finish these fields over here. We're doing our oats. This is the last field for our oats, so we'll have our oats going. We got our wheat and our barley already going. And like I say, this, I think I ought to go ahead and get these. How much are these? Ooh, 2.8 million. Ooh, 2.8 million. Man, I guess you know what? We could take that 8 million liter tanker, fill it with water, and then sell it, and we could buy both of those. Let's do that. And it doesn't take that long to fill. It really isn't that bad. I thought it was going to take like a lifetime. But it's really not that bad. Look at that. It's filling quick. So yeah, we'll sell this water, man. We'll make us some money, and we'll go buy those other two fields. That way we have more corn going on. I was trying to, it's all in the same area, so that'll work out. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong fields there. Let's move up a little bit here. Hopefully everybody's having a good Tuesday. Monday's gone. Tuesday's closer to Friday. Oh, here we go. We want these two fields. I think that'll be all right. Yeah, and then, like I said, we're just going to use these three fields for our animals, and then all of this will be corn. Yeah, 100%. It's already at 35%. So what we'll do is I'm going to take it down here and we're going to sell it. By the time I get there, hopefully it'll be full. Let's get inside the cab. This is my favorite Kenworth cab anyway, so, or truck. It's pretty quiet. I wish there was some more engine noise. Like I said before, if there was one thing I could get them to change. Oh, sorry, my ADHD's kicking in hard this morning. Remember when we were talking, it's been a couple of lives ago, but we were talking about I was talking about with Crimson Widow too. I don't know if she remembers. That I was hoping that eventually we would get some kind of like butcher shop. Well, guess what? I found it. Oh, we came out of the water. There we go. I found a butcher shop. Let's let it fit. We're almost done. 88%. I found a butcher shop. I'm so excited. Should be under factories, I would think. I mean, we won't need it for quite some time, so I'm not going to put it out because it's just going to cost us money right now. But I'm curious how it's going to work. I mean, do you have to physically take them there, I guess, probably? There it is, butcher shop. In the butcher shop, cows, pigs, sheep, goat, and chickens can be processed into beef, pork, sheep, goat, chicken meat. And it's decent size. It looks good. I think they did a good job making it look good. So, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, granted, I don't want to see any of the killing, but I thought it was pretty cool. Or unaliving, however you're supposed to say it now. All right, now we're full. All right, let's go make some money. The other negative about this truck is it does not turn great. Oh, you can sell it to the green ones, but we're going to sell it to this blue one. There we go. Now, I was going to say, if you have extra, like, herbicide, like if you have a herbicide factory or a liquid fertilizer, herbicide, or hell, even slurry, you can sell it here. I don't know if 8 million liters of water is going to get us the amount of money we need, but we're gonna give it the old college try here. I'll just fill it again, and we'll go off and do something else and let it sell. Well, we're up to 3 million. We need about $9 million. Let's see what else, because we got all kinds of stuff just sitting in our logistics center too, I think. Actually, not as much as I thought. Got some grape juice sitting in there. Tons of grapes. Got some lime. Good look at all that lime in there. Ton of olives. We could sell some of those olives. We got some raisins in there. Not very many. Raisins take forever. Got some onions in there. Strawberries are going in there. Tomatoes are going in there. So not a whole lot, really. We could sell some olives, maybe. Probably sell our grape juice, but I try to wait because this is just not a good time of year to sell it. Man, we made good money off that water, though. Look at that. We'll have to do it again, but we made pretty good money. We made pretty good money. I'm pretty happy with that. $2.8 million. Yeah, man, that's a pretty good in-game cheat. I mean, I didn't do it. You know? So the only thing I hate is the way this tanker like turns and crap. Alright, we're gonna let that fill. We're gonna go check on our seeder, planter, whatever you want to call it. Alright, he's done, so let's get him out of here. On to the next one. Is he facing the right way? Nope, I need him to go around. I need him to be up here. Okay. All right. Let me get back in here. My wife's kicking me out of there. I thought I had somebody plowing that already, but I guess not. I think I actually took both of the plows home. I forgot about this field over here. Why is it kicking me out? Let's try it now. There we go. I was wondering, I was like, what is going on? All right, let's take him back. Yeah, I took both of them out. Forgot about that. We gotta get to the other field done. Nice slide. Is there another field to do? There is, 55. Oh, that's like, yeah, there it is. I remember I was talking about it yesterday that there was a mod to help your AI cruise control speed. I found it, and it's kind of nuts because it's for anything, whether it's a modded piece of equipment or not. When you go and you buy a piece of equipment, like for example, if we go in, let's just say we're gonna buy, let's just buy this. All right, there it is. So it comes up right here, working speed, 11 miles per hour. So that's the standard, and you can increase it up to 12 miles per hour, and then it only, like, see, it goes up in little increments. So the fastest will go 16.8, but you can also slow it down. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that gives it 42 meters, and then you can speed it up to 16.8. But these things only hold like 15,600 liters, which is for small farms. Let's go to another one. This is a mulcher. And there it is again. 15 miles an hour is the standard, and you can speed it up. I think 12 it said. Yeah, 21.2. So that's that. So that's where you fix that at. But you just gotta be careful because like some things just aren't meant to go too fast. Like this, I slowed it down because if it goes too fast, it starts skipping. There's little pieces of lines everywhere. You gotta really be careful with that. So I did use it to slow down. Like I gotta get that later. So yeah, that they say on the mod description that's actually what it's for, is to slow things down. But if that was the case, there wouldn't be a speed up. So our silage is at like 60%, 63%. All right, so this guy's done. Let's get him out of here. Yep, that's gonna be the next field he goes to. We'll just leave him on this road. All right. I can't believe nobody commented on my little aliens I found. I think they're cool. He even plays his own music. I thought that was just funny. All right, let's go sell the rest of this water. We'll sell this. We should be able to buy both properties. I don't know how much money we'll have left over, but we can always get a few dollars more if we need it. Y'all come in here and sit down. Let's chat. All kinds of things you can talk about. Whatever you want to talk about. Let's do it. I'll get a drink while I'm waiting. Later this afternoon we got Command and Conquer. And then after that I think we got Tempest Rising going on after that. So like by 1 o'clock we'll take a break and then we'll come back at 2 with some Command and Conquer, which I thoroughly enjoy. Hopefully everybody else does. I know it's still a pretty big game for people. I don't know any gamers that don't like it. So, all right, let's take a look. So this one was 2.8. They're about the same cost. This one's a little cheaper. Oh, we got money. Let's get it. There we go. Now let's get our guys started. I think I brought him over to repair. Get some gas. Oh, I can't drive. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. The other thing I did was that I talked about was I was always wanting to know if beehives would stack. They do, in fact, stack. I'm not entirely sure, like, how effective they are because I'm not getting very much honey. So I'm assuming that it's a bad thing. So we may drop it down to like, I don't know. I'll try like 4 and see how it goes because stacking them that high is just not doing it. I was trying to save space. All I was trying to do, save some space. Okay, so we got him there. Let's get him started. No. On. Get him going. Now this guy we'll put on just up and down. I got a third one someplace. I just had to find it. Almost done planting the oats. So I'm curious, you know, because these are pretty good sized fields. I just wonder if they're big enough, because then we have to switch everything. So like wherever our wheat is will have to be like corn or soybeans next. And then where the oats is will have to be, you know, one of the other two. So we may go corn, soybeans, you know, wheat, oats, and try it like that. Like where the barley is, I don't even know what I'll put there. I really don't. We could put sunflowers there next time. Or canola. Probably sunflowers, because I think canola is still considered like, because it still goes with a grain. And I'm thinking that anything that you plant in the field, it can't be a grain. It has to be something else, I assume. I don't know that to be fact, but I'm trying to get my fields back to 100%. And like when I put like wheat or barley over oats, it doesn't get me. It only gives me like 95%. So I'm assuming that it needs to be something besides another grain crop. See, this is at 100%. Why don't you go get that little piece you missed over there, buddy? You missed a little corner piece there, too. Let's see if you missed anything else. And I didn't do any rocks this time either, so I'll probably have to hit all these fields with, that's all I missed, was that little spot and that little spot. We'll have to hit it with the rock stone collector after the harvest, because I didn't hit any of these fields with that stone collector at all. Where are you going, man? Right. Almost got her. Yeah. I say almost, but it's close. There he is. What's going on this morning, Pirate? How's your Tuesday morning going, buddy? Oh, I'll just do it this way. I'm going to show you. Pirate wasn't in here, so I got to show him. Let me take this over there where he belongs. I found a couple mods I wanted to show you. All right. So they're both in this field. Let's get him started over here. I've got a vehicle over there. I think this is right. This is right. Here we go. Look at this. Check this out, Pirate. A little kick alien. Well, that's good. Good to hear, buddy. Good to hear. Really good to hear. That's the way I get sometimes too, man. Like, I'll get to play in one game and then I'll just forget about the other game altogether. Really. Happens to me a lot. But I like that little alien ship. I thought it was funny. And it depends. Like, at night, they were all dancing in a teepee. Not that's just a decoration. It's just a little alien decoration. And like I said, at nighttime, there's a bunch of them. There's three of them, I think. They were dancing in a teepee. I found on FS25.net, I found like this whole package deal thing. Check this out. You can put these little signs in for kick. And I thought, you know what? I don't do a whole lot with kick right now yet, so I figured, what the hell? We'll put some kick stuff in. And there's other stuff too. Generators. Let's see. I think it should be. I guess it's not in here. I guess it'd be under decorations. There's supposed to be a billboard. It's supposed to be a kick billboard. There's people. I forgot about the people. A nice little farm area there. I wonder if you can put a little person over here. You know what? That's because it is kind of a vehicle, but they use it as an object. So they said there was one error that gets thrown because they use a vehicle as an object. We're gonna put this guy because he's calling. It's like he's calling 911. There's aliens out here. I don't see the billboard though. This is another vehicle washer, but I don't really care about that. Ramps. So it's not in here. I don't know. Maybe I didn't put it in the maybe I didn't put it in my mod folder yet. I could have sworn that I did, but I may not have. Because I was really looking for a billboard that I could change and put whatever I wanted on it. So, and that wasn't quite it. All right, here we go. All right, he's almost done here. Might as well just hang out here for a second and let him go to the next field over. We're doing pretty good. I got a decent amount of fields. These are all going to be corn for our pigs. Because see, I don't know about FS19 how it was with like cow barns and cattle barns and things. You stupid piece of crap. But anyways, on 25, damn it. On 25, oh my God. On 25, you can build your own, kind of. Like you put down the barn and then it lets you build out the fence any way you want. And depending on how big the fenced in area is, it can increase how many animals are in that pen. So like I put down a 2,000 pigsty, and I'll show you. Like, see, this was 2,000, and now it's 2,539, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's what it actually looks like when you go. Okay, so this is the one. They're not terribly expensive either. There we go. So you can see the difference in the size of the field, how it starts. I think we can probably get 4 in here. And then you just build your own fence, and then it asks you if you want to make a meadow. Oh, that sounds like actually be a lot of fun too, dude. Sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. And it definitely makes a difference when you've got people you can count on you're playing with. 1,000%. How far did I go between? Not very. So see, then you just come down here. I just try to make sure they were straightish. All right, now let's see how many pigs we got out of that one. 25, 25. So a little less than this one, but more than the first one. Not too bad. I probably could have gone over a little bit, but it'd be all right. Unfortunately, once they're down, that's it. What's the acreage of the field? Of what field? That's 11. The one I'm working on is considered part of that, so called 11 acres. Tell me what field you want to know. I'll leave this up there for a second. I do like that on PC that it tells me after I bought it. On console, it never told me after I bought it how many acres it was. Let's see. So, all like how many acres? So I don't know. I think you're talking about like how many acres is the pig area. I don't know. It doesn't tell me that. I can just click on that. That's 11 acres. So they're sitting on 11 acres. It's usually like what, one animal per acre? I think is what it's supposed to be. Something like that. Kind of like one fish per gallon in a tank. So we're going to have a buttload of pigs. So, and I haven't even thought about it yet. So we're going to try to increase this storage too. So oh, it's right here. So it's like, let me go back into construction. I'll show you. It's this. So when you first put it out, it looks like this. So here's what it looks like. That's how big it is base. But it doesn't tell me how many acres I took up doing this. You know? So I don't know. But it goes from, so I mean that's quite the increase in piglies. I tried to get them as close as I could without mucking it up. But there's 4, so we'll do it again. There. I got you. 15 seconds. I got you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down, and you just let me know when you get to this point where the question mark's on the screen. We'll wait. At least I didn't have it on mute today. That's always a plus. Are you caught up yet? So then it says, do you want to customize the fence to pigsty large? And you're going to hit yes. I hope this light will come back on. Well, it's so dark in here. Alright, so then you hit yes. And this is where you have the ability to build your fence. So with this time, what I'm going to do though for this one is we're going to see how large we can actually make it because we have leftover field. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out like this way. We're going to come way down. As straight as we can get her. Go all the way over. I'm curious how many we can get here. And then I generally stop about right here so I can angle it in so I don't hit the... Alright. Now let's... yeah, I hit yes, thank God. Okay. Now let's see how many pigs we got for this one. Is it? That's the same one. Damn it. We should get a few more. And there you go, 2,700. Man, that's a lot. That's almost 3,000 pigs for this one. So I do. I'm like you though. I wish it would tell me how many acres this was, but it doesn't. So it's very interesting how that works. And I'm also curious now, when I go buy these pigs, you guys, this is for everybody. What kind of truck should I get? Should I get a different one other than my Kenworth? I mean, there's a ton of trucks in here now to choose from. I got these new kick ones. Hey, I didn't see this one before. Nice. Engraving is awesome, I think. So. But I didn't see this. Where did this come from? I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'm at none. Oh, I think I did. I was looking for a freaking semi-trailer, and I've been having a tough time finding one. Yeah, but I always end up measuring 16 times anytime I do anything. So, and it's still messed up. I've always liked woodworking. I'm just not good at it. Might try this truck because it looks pretty cool. And it's got a good tonnage rating on it. My Kenworth is at 14.7. It's got to be the largest. But this kick one's 12.3, so. Although it's just not going to match the farm. That's the only thing that sucks about it. Alright, so we got our 4 pig farms down. We're going to do sheep too. Let me look and see what kind of sheep we got. We should have our sheep. So we can do 2,000 on these as well. So I imagine the same thing is going to hold true with these, is that you're going to, so there's where your wool's going to come out. I imagine with the sheep it's going to be the same way. It just needs hay and grass. And you could probably, I'll have to leave me a gap. I'll probably leave me a gap about that wide. So these are 2,000. But I'll put these down once I get rid of this truck. Alright, he's done. Let's get him out of here. He's got another field to go to anyways. And guys, for people out there that don't know, engraving is not easy. Because everybody's bought one of those store-bought engraver things, and it's just not that easy, I don't think. I'll see if they missed anything. I don't see anything. Usually they miss these corners. It looks like they got it all today. Can't always rely on the map. That's the problem. Because if it doesn't need plowing, it won't show up if they missed anything. That's what sucks about it. So he's still going. So we'll give him a few more minutes here. Oh, he's done. I know he's got a couple of areas to get. I gotta remember where they were. Oh, look, right there. Let's see. Looks like he got everything over here. There was a spot there, but I thought there was another little corner piece over here. There is, okay. We could probably go out here. Now, I didn't take this little piece of grassland because I wasn't sure. There's not a lot of places on this map for any building, you know, building areas, so I left it. If it turns out we don't need it, then anytime we plow again, we can always take it. Plus, this map doesn't play nice when you make your own fields. I don't know why it acts all goofy. Welcome, 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 everybody. Come on here and chat. I'm just showing off some of the mods I found, and we're trying to take over this map. There we go. It's going to take us a second to get over there, so. And then we're done with our oats. Then we can go over there, and we'll start laying down some corn. We're gonna need some sorghum too, but I'm not too concerned about sorghum right now because it's part of the pig feed, like barley, sorghum, potatoes. That's gonna be the hard one, is potatoes, because I gotta figure out how we're gonna plant potatoes first. And I mean, how many potatoes are we gonna need? We're gonna need a bunch of potatoes. So. And I'll be honest, I don't like to harvest potatoes. I think it sucks. But with the multi-fruit ones, it may not be too bad. I know on 22 it always gave me crap, so. Like, anytime I did a contract for potatoes, I always had to cancel it. And then I just sold the potatoes. Because it never let me finish. It was always like, well, you still got potatoes to get. I'm like, there's none left. Because they're like in the ground. I hated that. I hated doing potatoes. All right. There we go. Jesus, come on, buddy. Try straight. All right. So we're going to see, it won't let us do grass on this map. There's corn. At first I thought it was all those crops, but it's just grass. For some reason they just left grass out. Now I did find a mod that allows like 10 extra crops on any map. My issue with that is though, is it's like you have to go in the game and like edit files, and I'm not good at that stuff. Not yet. I have to look into it and see how you actually do it. So this should be a pretty good corn harvest, as much corn as we're going to be planting. So we got all of our grass silage working. All right, let's see what we got. Make sure she takes first. Yep. All right. So this is corn. This will be corn. These will be corn. And these will be corn. So we should have plenty of freaking corn. Let me see if he missed anything. So they're about done over there. That's good. I don't see anything. Wait. Nope, I don't see anything. Good. We got some liquid lime to put in here. Just put her in there. I just been sitting here collecting my liquid lime. It's taken 16 lifetimes to get this thing to fill, so. And we're still at 44%. All I'm going to do is get this set up for the AI. There we go. Because I see some things that they've missed. But I think we're definitely going to need more than one harvester too. But I was thinking with that mod that I found that we may actually go with another harvester. What do you guys think about? They're expensive though. They're so expensive. I was like, what the crap? And I'm curious because that's all the headers that says fits it. But I would suspect that whatever fits on the Colossus harvester would fit this, I would think. But there's two different ones. I would probably go with this one first because I think this is, oh, it's New Holland. That sucks. We can just change it. Oh, I don't mind that. I can deal with that. This is part of that kick package that I found. The modder is 95/5 or something like that. Actually, that's not true. Let me look, because that's not his name. Let me tell you who this modder is so I get it right. It's important. So, the kick pack that I downloaded is by D-Tap Gaming. Is who that is on FS25.net. D as in dog and then tap, T-A-P Gaming. For anybody that wants to know what it is. But anyways, I was thinking about using this just because it's a little bit more realistic. You can change what it holds. It holds 1 million liters. And it only goes 18 miles per hour. But so does my other one. So, but I don't know. I really like Case, but I just haven't decided yet if I want to use these or not. I'll leave it up to everybody else. But I mean, because they're expensive. Look at that. If I look, let me change that. Let's do front twin wheels. That saved me a ton of money. No, it only saved me $25,000. You see, the capacity is where they beat you up. So this, if I go to 1 million, cost me $1.1 million to buy this like it is. So yeah, I think that's just going to be a big no. Because I can get this one with 2.5 million. And it'll go 150 if I want it. But generally I slow it down to 88. So actually, I think I'm only, 88. The special edition tires if you want it. You can go with other tires. And you can go with front twins. However you want to do it. And look, you can go Case too. So I don't know, man. It's $614,000 versus go with a short pipe. So I mean, yeah, that's a big difference. It's about a little, almost half. So I don't know, man. I think that I would probably go for the cheaper version. Just saying. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what everybody says. We'll see how it goes. We will see. Yeah. I agree, buddy. It is very high. Let's get him set up as well. I don't know. The more I mess with this Fendt tractor, I'm kind of liking it. It'll never replace my Case, but so we'll let him sit for a little bit. I mean, it's not a bad looking tractor. Fentrisics. I mean, I wonder if that's real. Be nice to know if it was a real tractor. Man, I hate to save on this. Jeez, it takes forever. What's that guy just sitting there for? I'm not sure what's going on with that, but whatever. Trying to get, there we go. That's what I wanted. I think. Oh no, that's just one giant field. So he's almost done with it though. Where's the other guy though? There's supposed to be two on this field. There he is. Alright, so we're going to take him off this field. And we're going to go hit these spots that he missed. You guys come here and say hello. Let's chat it up. We're just goofing. I'm just planting some corn. Alright, yeah, I thought there was some down here he missed. I don't know why they miss these corners, but it's still better, I guess, than what it was on 22, I suppose. But sometimes I miss the AI on 22. Sometimes. I 100% like the steering assist, though. Alright, let's see if he missed anything else over there. If he did, I think we can probably let the other guy handle it. Man, he missed all kinds of crap. I guess we'll go handle it. I have two of these, and the other one, I don't know. I might have to sell it. It's all glitched out. I don't know. Like, every time I try to lower it and do this, it won't go anywhere. I can't. It just sit there and spin my tires. It's weird. I don't know why it does it. I don't know if it's just glitched out or what. I'll hit some of this, and maybe he won't leave little field turds behind. Now, I don't think corn is affected by bees. Am I wrong? Is it? I thought it was canola and sunflowers only. Is corn affected by bees? I just can't remember. I guess I can always Google it, but I didn't know if anybody was playing that knew. I think I got everything over here. This side doesn't seem to be as bad. Alright, so let's turn back around. We'll go hit this stuff that this guy missed in. See, I don't know what's going on. Let's go. The yellow one isn't near as long as this one, but it doesn't mess up like these do. These are 27, I think that's 12. He's got a really big field to do. We're gonna let him be, because if I put another one over here, you know, it's gonna start running into each other. But I'll do it. I'll do it. Just see what happens. I'll put him over here on just up and down, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what steering assist has it set for. I'd say it's left or right. It is. Okay, good. Turn that off. Hopefully he'll start down here, but they usually take off and go to the other side of the map, and I don't know why. All right, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Fingers crossed that he just stays there. I think he's actually going to stay there. But he's going to miss that over there. What a jackass. Which means the other guy is probably doing two headlands, and he's going to come around and hit all that, I hope. Alright, I think he's done over here. Man, it's going to be a ton of corn. Ton of corn. I don't even know if I've ever harvested this much corn, if I'm being honest about it. Alright, now we got to get the old... What are you doing, dump cement truck? There he is. Oh, it's 100%, so we don't have to fertilize this field. That's pretty sweet. Let's go check the other one. That'd be sweet if it was at 100% too. Oh, I see a little Hitler mustache right there. Because I'm thinking if we ever do sunflowers, what I can do is, I don't even have to do sunflowers. I'll tell you what we'll do it anyways. I'll put a couple of beehives in around these wind turbines and see if it helps out. It's supposed to, but I don't know. And this one's at 100%. So we're good on fertilizing. We're going to go put him up. I wish that there were skins. Like, you know, I know it's all mods, but, or at least paint jobs. Like, I'd like to be able to paint this, maybe put a Twitch symbol on it, or, you know, a Rumble symbol on it, or a YouTube. It would just be funny. Big American flag, or, you know, let's go Brandon. It'd just be funny. Hello, aliens. All right. See, like this one here, I'd wrap it in a big American flag paint. I love this Dodge, though. 92, 93, I can't remember. I think this is a 92. I'd buy one of these today if I could. Almost got her. Let's check on our corn guy. I think this field was done. Let's check, make sure, just triple check. I'm pretty sure they were done with this one, because I moved him over there. Yep. Alright, there we go. We'll put him on AI. Let him roam around, and I'm going to work on probably getting those sheep barns down, and I also want to try to increase our storage. Although, I don't know. Maybe that's what's messing up the manure? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to increase the storage on the barns, because that may be what's messing up the manure, and why I'm not getting any manure. And where do you get the manure from on these things? So there's your where you feed. Do you get manure from pigsties? I've never had pigs, so I guess I'll just look. Let's see what it says. So you just gotta put straw in there. That's what it does. Alright. So it said supposed to, so we'll see. As long as we put straw in there, it's supposed to. And it takes, I think it takes, yeah, it had straw listed, I think. Alright, so this one's almost done with the corn. Let's check the field. One big old dent right there, though. Looks like he didn't miss anything this time. this one, and we'll get our corn going. Because I've only got the one planter. Now, when we get to like sugar cane and sugar beets, there is another Kinsey multi-fruit that will do sugar cane, because you don't have to roll those fields, so you don't need it. You don't need it on this one. I wish it was on this one. That way you just have one. But if you play base game, you always had to have a seeder and a planter anyway. So what difference does it really make? So you know, it is what it is. Let's see what we got here. All right. Ooh, that looks good. There we go. I was just checking on some things. There we go. I always lower it back down so I don't beat up the field. So, when I'm leaving it. This thing's gonna need some gas. Should be okay for now though. We're gonna try to get all this corn planted, and then we'll fill it up and repair it. I don't even know what this was. It was so crappy. Look, 72%. It was carrots. Trying to get us back to where we want to be. There we go. So, like I said, maybe I won't put down any. I probably won't put down any silos, but I'm thinking I may paint through here so I have a roadway. Let's see, what do y'all think? Concrete gravel, concrete pebbles? What's that even look like? It'd be about right here, so I bet it's gonna look like this. Nope, looks like that. What do you got? You think you like that, or let's see what this looks like. I don't really mess with this much. I didn't know you could do any of this crap, though. Mountain rock? Why? Look at that, you'd be bouncing all over the place. I didn't know you could paint that. Ooh, I kind of like that. I figure we'll go about this size, and then what I'll do is it's a little off. Not bad though. Think that's enough room, or should I'll do one more? I think that'd be plenty of space. I think that'll be plenty of space. So we'll put pigs here. We'll put our sheep here. And then here we're going to put... I'm not going to do a lot of cows because we're supposed to do pigs and chickens and sheep. But I do need some milk. So I'll probably do one cow, one buffalo. And then we'll go with... we only need one chicken, trust me. I have a mod for chicken coop that's 65,000. So now as far as the cows go, should be a decent one in here. There's one for 2,000 with feeding robot. Now you can increase these as well, but as big as these barns are, we're not going to get very many in here, so we don't need very many cows. So I'm not too concerned about the cows, and we have to get in here to get to the feeding robot. So chances are, I'm going to leave these like they are. Like I'll put it here. We may expand it out to here, you know, to the edge of the field maybe, and you'll get like maybe 2,100. But I'm not doing cows for a whole lot. I just want the milk. Is all I'm looking for. So if we did all that, I guess the only thing we wouldn't have is goats. We could do some goats too. I don't know what the limit is on PC. But our main focus is going to be the pigs and the sheep. I'm only doing the chickens and the cow for the eggs and the milk. Excuse me. So, this, let me show you this other one that I found. Here's those kick signs. This is all the kick stuff. I don't know what you'd use this for. It says levels are used to move. So this is, I guess, for your silage. Okay. I thought it was bigger than that. It looked bigger than that. That's pretty interesting, but I'm not paying $200,000 for that. I do like this little box truck. I do. Keep your career moving forward with Kick. Kick.com. My Kick career is pretty dead right now, so. So it's a 1,000,000-liter tanker they have. I do like this stuff though. It's pretty cool. And also, in this mod pack, they have a Pterodos 540 kick. So it does carrots, potatoes, spinach, parsnips, sugar beets, radishes. It does all those other crops. It even does rice. Wait, so if it does rice, which one of these? Oh, so that one does all of them. Man, it does all the rice, both rices and everything. So this wouldn't be too bad when we do rice fields. Interesting. Because yes, we're going to do rice too. We're going to do both kinds. Very interesting. I didn't realize that. Does the Colossus Harvester Pack do that? Will it do both? I don't think the Colossus Harvester Pack does both rice. So you gotta have a separate one for all them. Yeah, it doesn't even do rice at all. Wow. I feel an update coming for the Colossus Harvester Pack. You wait and see. I just feel the update coming. Now, wait. See, this one says it'll do it, but the problem I have with it is that it only does one of the rice. It doesn't do both. I've looked at this 100 times. See? 13.8, 10. This one's 13. So that's interesting to know. Are they done? Let's see if they're done. Looks like they're done. Nope. They got quite a ways to go here. But he's moving along. He's done. Let's move our fertilizer over to the next field. See, we're selling some products. We're back up to 2.6. So the products that I do have selling, which is most of those strawberries and things like that, they're moving. Well, grape juice, I think, is what's selling. Let's go, buddy. Let me make sure it took. Yep. All right. moving right along. Man, I can't wait because this corn is going to be huge. This is going to be a huge corn harvest. It's got to have to be the biggest corn harvest I've ever had. We're going to have quite a few trailers out there for this corn harvest. So, I think the most I've ever gotten was like 600,000 liters of corn. I'm expecting this to be a couple million, I would think. So, we'll see. We'll see. I think I do wish they'd do some work on this map and fix some of the glitches, like, you know, not be able to put fields together is a big one for me. And fix that grass, because I hate having to buy grass when I need it. I mean, it's not expensive. I mean, it's like $67 for 1,000 liters. So, you know, you can buy 5 million for like $600,000. It's not a huge deal, but I'm not harvesting it. I'm buying it. So, anyways, go back into here. So that's what I like about that kick package. And I mean, like I said, they got this big truck in there too. Here's a nice big dump. Holds 1,500 metric tons, which would be about it'd be 50, is that 15 million? Because you add 3 zeros to it. 1.5 million. So it's 1.5 million. That's not too bad. We could probably use that for our corn harvest. I like that one quite a bit. And like I said, I do like this box truck. I don't know how much it holds, though. It doesn't say. 5.4 tons. So you can do a tipper at 3,500 liters. You can do a flatbed for 5.4 tons. And then the box truck is also 5.4 tons. So 5.4 tons is a lot, but I don't know what the average pallet weighs, so I wouldn't even begin to guess. So, and we looked at the tanker. I think it was 1 million, unrealistic. This one I like too. Skid steer loader. Kick steer. A lot of work went into these, man. A lot of work went into these. So there's your rock breaker. What is it? Stump grinder. I didn't even know there was a stump grinder. Oh, that's what they were using. There it is. There it is. Interesting. But you just waste everything that way. So I used the other one that I use now. Very interesting indeed. And then here's their other truck, the 8.4 tons, which isn't really a lot. You can go tandem short, tandem long. That's it. Dual exhaust. I don't really care for that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Put all the lights on it. You can put you some pinstripes on it if you want. So it's not gonna, and the tires suck on you. There's no options for tires. That kind of sucks. And then, of course, there's a couple of tractors. Yeah, they're all fence. Another fence. Yeah, I don't want any of those tractors. The only thing I'd be interested in, if it wasn't $740,000, would be that harvester, but I'm not paying that. And I do like this. But I'd say there's probably better dumps out there too, to be honest. I mean, we can go look in trailers. And let's see if there's anything better. We're not going to catch anything up there, so let's go all the way down. Oh, it's not even in here, so. Base game, I think the best you can get is 56,400 liters. 52, 47, 38, so that's the best you're going to get there. And then you got 5 million with the Titan trailer. The TARDIS is 2 million. 2 million. And I think with this one is 1 million, because you can do a unrealistic tipper body at 1 million liters. So maybe theirs is better, because here's all their implements. So it's 1.5 million, 1 million, 5.9 tons. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. What is that spot? Did y'all see that? Apparently that was probably something that didn't get plowed, I guess. Man, you guys better hurry up. Time for a snack. Three Musketeers it is. So let me look one more time. Soybeans was the other one. Sunflowers, potatoes, and all those stupid vegetables. And we're going to use straw. But straw's not going to be a problem because, I mean, we got oats down, we got barley down, we got wheat down, and we got corn now. So we're going to get plenty of straw from all these fields. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Those barns are going to sit there empty for a little bit. We got about 8 months before we're going to be able to get 8 months in game, probably. I mean, I could buy it all, but I really didn't want to do that. Yep, that's definitely going to be a lot of freaking corn. I don't know where my guy is. There he is. Even at 50 meters, this field's so big. Let's see. I want to see how big it is. Let's see how many acres these fields are, to be honest. Because this little field said it was 11 acres. And I'm like, man, that little field's 11 acres? I was just really surprised by that. I never would have thought that would have been 11 acres. Which means he could be like 100. Like, look. Alright, so this one is 11.9. 10.66. That's 57 acres. We'll call it 58 since it's over 5.3. Wait, why is that one a different color? Okay, because I got to highlight it. So this one's 59, so they're pretty close. 58, so all three of these are pretty close. What do you guys think? 65. 119 acres. 157 and 159. Man, that's going to be a dump load of corn, y'all. I mean, too bad chickens eat wheat, which is weird. You think they eat corn, but that's why we're going to keep all of our wheat when we get it. Well, we'll put a lot of it in a grain factory, but for the most part, we're going to keep it for our chickens. Because welcome, welcome. Thanks for that follow. Come on in here, let's chat. Doing pretty good. How about you? Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the chatting. I am trying to get my followers up, guys, so y'all help me out with that. We got about an hour and a half before we start playing Command and Conquer, so. Now, is your name Maria? Is that correct? Because you were in here the other day and followed. Then I guess you unfollowed, and now you followed again? Curious. Very curious here. Let's take a look. If I get this to come up here. Let's see what's going on with Rumble. Okay, we'll get out of there. Go. Okay, now we can go back. Well, almost done with this field. I can't wait to get that butcher shop going. Man, that's something I've been asking about for a long time, and I finally found this one. But we won't need it for quite some time till the pigs grow, you know, get older and you sell them off. And I'm not even honestly sure exactly how all that works, because generally I run dairy cows. I don't sell beef. I never did beef cattle, so. I can't believe it. Let's see what comparatively speaking. Let's go take a look. So we got 19 acres here, 158, 118, 153, 127 plus this little 129, and then our wheat's got to be pretty good. 105, 78, 9. 82, 144. That's pretty good. I mean, we're going to have pretty good stuff all the way around. That's about 40 acres. The barley will be the lowest one. So, technically, I could come down here and buy these two. They're probably not that expensive. 1.4, 587. But I'd prefer not to. I'm curious what this little piece back here is. Let's go visit this spinnery. Because, like, this is, and oh, there's a river back here. So do I own all this? So this is just a big piece of forest. Interesting. And you do own it. All the way back to about right there. Interesting. Okay. I guess I just never thought about it because you can't put anything back here. All right, let's check it. Looks pretty good to me. 2A's got to turn all the way around and go back to the other side. He's definitely going to need some repairs and some fuel here in a little bit. I don't know why the hell it's sliding. I don't know if it's the rain or what it is. I also don't know why I'm leaving tracks. Okay, I'm not. Oh, he's not quite done. Oh no, this middle field should be good. He's still liming the other field, I think. Yeah, the big field, he's still putting down the line. I'd say by the time we're finished with this field, he'll be done. Man, he's still going. Where's the other guy at? Well, one of these is gonna have to stop. It's gonna have to be you, buddy. We'll go hit things that he missed. I don't think he missed much. If anything, really. I might just let it go. It's only one little speck over here. Just that little speck. I don't see anything around the corners or anything. Oh, there's a little piece that didn't show up on the map. A couple little nuggets out here. Get these little nuggets. We'll let him head down that way. I don't know why those little nuggets didn't show up. Looks like the only ones. And we'll just move them on to the next fields over there. And we're just going to keep going. Take forever to get over there, good lord. These fields are so big. Now where was that little, there it is. Alrighty then, let's go to the next one. We'll let them sit there, and when we get ready, at least they'll be right there. But I am seriously considering putting some sunflowers around these wind turbines, or beehives. $65 and 50% fertilized, so this will just be mulched. Useless. Let's get our truck back out there too. I mean, technically, I guess I could go harvest it and get that what little bit out of it we can for the pigs. That is a thought. Because I will need sunflowers for the pig food. So maybe I may reconsider. See, I wish I could redo that fence, but I don't know how you can redo it. Let's try something real quick here. Let's try something real quick. Can you? No, it doesn't let you at all. Rename, sell, and back. That sucks. I was really hoping that you could, like... No, you can't do anything at all. Oh well. I thought I tried. I thought maybe you could just redo the fence, but it doesn't look like it. Kind of sucks. I really wish you could. I think we will. I think I will harvest these sunflowers. I want to see how much it costs to buy it. I've already got the harvester. I just need the header, so we'll see how much it costs to buy that sunflower field, because we do need sunflowers. We got 2.5. Like I said, with everything that we're selling already, we should make enough money. And plus, if I need it, I can just sell some more, water, if we need to. I'll get these plows going. And then we'll go from there. Because that looks like canola over there. Let me see. Is that canola? No, that looks like wheat. Oh, it's oats, 65%. Because this is a pretty good sized field. Even at 65%, we should get a decent amount. So I'm going to back him out of here. And I'm going to go buy us a header, and we'll see how much this field costs. I think we'll go ahead and harvest these sunflowers. My doggos, I know you can hear them. Sorry, guys, but I don't really yell at them for yapping too much. It's what they do. How big is this field here? I mean, that's a pretty good sized sunflower field, so let's see how much it costs. Oh, that's a done deal, baby. How much is this one? I say we go ahead and get them. Let's buy it. Let's buy it. Damn it. So the sunflowers aren't even ready yet. So that does give us an advantage. We can harvest this wheat. Good Lord, look at the size of that field. $7.6 million for that field. Good God. But listen, so what we can do is, here's what we're going to do. I got an idea. Here it is right here. So what we'll do is growth. Looks like somebody already sprayed the field. So I'm going to see if it'll let me fertilize. If we can fertilize it, we may get a little higher than what we're getting. 65%. I don't know what it'll give us, but come on, dude. I don't know if he's going to do it. Hang on. Let's just see if it's actually going to take the fertilizer up to this point. So 65%, 50%, it may be too late. No, look at that, 87%. So let's see if we can get the AI on this. I don't know why the AI wouldn't do it. There he goes. Woo. Let's go get our harvester. We're gonna get that wheat. And I want to show you guys that I don't know if everybody's been in here or not, but I did get a way to harvest our straw at the same time. And now I get to show you. I'm sorry, I'm scattered on this game, so I gotta figure out where I put it. Should be over here. There it is. Right. With the snuffle stuck. Oh, I gotta get rid of this grass. Let's get rid of this grass first. I was cutting the grass. Because you know how much we need grass, so I was trying to get some cut. Instantly unload, yeah. Bye. Alright, now. That harvester head is around here someplace. There it is right there, I saw it. There it is. I don't know if I can get it. Damn it. We're gonna try to go through here. Whew, tight. We gotta travel a little bit, but it'll be worth it, I think. This'd be good. It'd be good because we need the straw and we definitely need the wheat. So it's a decent harvest. So not great, but it's decent. Man, you can see a kick sign from here. Look at it out there. Top left by the turbine. See, I only did the 88 miles per hour because I figured hopefully I'd go back to the future here, but I didn't. I think it's still, yeah, it's unfolded. We're gonna unfold the harvester. There we go. Here's the only issue right here. Watch the, yeah, it kind of sucks. So you're gonna have to harvest with it out. So I'm gonna readjust it because I can make the pipe shorter because it needs to be shorter. Because see how it doesn't really want to turn. I mean, it will, but it's right on it. But that Snuffleupagus isn't any longer, so we're just gonna play it like that. All right. Steering assist is on. All right, so we got to do a few things here. Oh, it's freaking raining, but I don't care. Where? There we go. I mean, I can try to speed up time a little bit and see if we can get the rain to stop. I forget that it was raining. So harvest would be horrible. I can put it on like 120 and see if the time goes by any quicker, or see if the rain stops anytime soon. Because I mean, it's been raining since like 7 in the morning. And usually it'll stop by like noon. Come on, rain. Come on. Can't rain all day. I mean, I guess it can, but I'm really hoping it'll stop. Like the whole month is going to rain in September. Alright, now it's supposed to stop. Soon. I'm going to try about 1. Come on. There it goes. Stop. Alright. Now let's see if we can get... This is not going to turn well, just so you're aware. Looky there. Here we go. Oh, I think I said wheat, but I meant oat. It's oats. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. I'm more interested in the straw than I am the oats anyways. So... I'm going to slow it down just a hair here. Because I think it goes a little too fast. That's why it's skipping. But that's perfect right there. That's awesome. I don't know if the AI will do it or not. I feel like the AI is just going to mess this up horribly. It's not really that big of a field, so I knew there was a way to do this. I just couldn't find it. Like I said, I finally found that Snuffleupagus tool, so it's a snuffle stuck, I think is what it's called, but I call it a Snuffleupagus because we were the good generation that had good TV, and we grew up with Sesame Street. Electric company. The good stuff. Not that shit you see on TV now. So we're always going to get more straw. I mean, that's a lot of straw already, so I'm happy with that. We're going to dump it straight in our pig food maker. And like I say, this field, I don't know what we'll do. You know what I ought to do out here is I ought to put some potatoes. This ought to be a pretty good potato field. Where is this at on the map? I really don't want potatoes here. I think this will be potatoes. Yeah. But we need a lot of money. Look at that, $7.6 million. That's insane. Should grab that. It did. I mean, 40,000 oats. I mean, it's not horrible. I didn't expect much on the harvest itself. Like I said, it's more for the straw. See, I told you, the Snuffleupagus is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Get out of the way, son. There we go. don't think it'll get that over there. We'll have to go swing over there and grab those. Not that much, so I'm not too worried about it. 300,000 stroll already. That's pretty awesome. But he did skip quite a few lines, so I'll probably go over there and get that. But we're gonna need probably a couple of these, so I'm gonna save some money and buy a couple more of these, because there's no way that I'm gonna be able to do all that corn on one harvester. There's just no way. It's like 500 acres of corn, so. If I didn't have so many mods, I'd try to turn this into a multiplayer, but I showcase too many mods on my lives to make it a multiplayer. People would crap their pants because I got like 200 some odd mods. And again, not all my mods are cheats, but I download a lot to kind of show people. So, I don't know, 61,000 oats. Save them for horses, but I don't have any horses. But I think you start with a horse barn. Yeah, I think there is. Pretty sure there's a horse barn by the house, but I really don't want to do horses. I have a horse manager mod, but I really don't want to do horses. We're going to have every other animal, so I think we can leave horses out. But I will finish this on my own. That's it for our farming simulator for today. I will be back at 2, which is just an hour from now. We will be back then for some Command and Conquer. As always, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the follows. I really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I will see you then.